What's going on, guys? Snaggy here, and it's time to preview the Kiwis versus the Aussies for this Sunday's game in the Pacific Championship, guys. I absolutely cannot wait for this one. I said it in my last video. I actually really love the international game. It's my state of origin. I love it. And I love my Kiwi brothers, man. We all know I speak very highly of the bros. I love the Wars. A lot of my favourite players are Kiwis. But this week we ain't friends, man. We ain't friends. It was actually at a kickboxing gym the other day, and one of the bros came in, his Hurricanes jersey. You know, he's a good lad. He went to shake my hand and said, bro, we're not friends this week. I'll catch you Monday. I'll catch you Monday, bro. We ain't friends this week, man. Love my Kiwi brothers, but week of, we're not friends until that final siren blows, and then we're good again, lads. We're good again. But until then, more Kangaroos, baby. You Kiwis going to have to go to hell. But on that, shout out to the Kiwis selling this game out. Absolutely huge. I'm loving everything the Kiwis are doing with rugby league at the moment. It's just absolutely awesome, man. Christchurch sold out. I really almost think they do deserve this next team. Like, they really do. They're putting a bid for it, and I think they deserve it. And shout out to their jerseys too. I actually said to the bro, that same dude I was talking to at the gym, I was like, bro, those jerseys are so sick. I'm a bit jealous. I actually love the Aussie jersey. I've always been a big fan of the Aussie jersey. But that Kiwi jersey is nice. And that retro one they did as well. Nailing it. Absolutely nailing it, boys. All right, let's get into it, eh? All right, guys, so we'll go through the team lists. We'll talk a little bit about the Kangaroos game, like how they played against Tonga. We'll give our predictions on the game, and we will put our bets in as well. So, not super long video, guys. We'll get through it, so don't stress. I'm not going to be rambling on like I do with my NRL videos. We'll get through this one. All right, so Aussies 1 through 17 as provide. Just on the Aussie jerseys, the one thing I just don't like about it's the collar. Like, I had this, well, obviously all the jerseys are pretty much the same, but the Aussie jersey, I used to love wearing it. It had the big, thick collar. Absolutely loved it. Kiwi team, let's go through this one. Keeney, Azako, Tomoko, Hiku, Warbrick, CNK, Sean Johnson, I was trying to do all the acronyms, JFH, Phoenix Crossland, Neem, Papali'i, Sorensen, Tapati, Nikarima, White, Nakora, and Ricky on the bench. I like it. I actually really like this team. To me, like, obviously to make this team quite a bit stronger would have been Dylan Brown and Jerome Hughes in the halves there. CNK back there at fullback would have been really nice. But it's a pretty damn strong team. I think the odds are pretty full on for $1.28 to $3.75. If you are a proud Kiwi, that's worth jumping on. The Aussies were not great. Now, let's just talk about the Aussie game against Tonga before, just to give it, and then we can sort of make our prediction off that and how it sort of goes. Now, look, the Aussies I actually thought they were pretty good. I saw a lot of people saying they sucked. I got a lot of weird feedback on my breakdown of the game. I only did a short one on TikTok, but I thought Australia was pretty good. Like, for a team that got thrown together and did a week training, I actually thought they were pretty good. And I thought Tonga's defense was awesome. I had so many idiots going, oh, they lost 18-0. How can they have good defense? The 8 try-saving tackles they made, the 3 of them in the final 10 minutes. Like, they were awesome, man. They were really, really good. Tonga, normally, in that situation, with Australia with a lot of ball in the second half, already down by 12, 18, whatever it was, would have leaked 3 tries there, and we would have been sitting there going, wow, Australia blitzed them 32-0. You know, so I thought they were pretty good. Now, to me, where Australia was good was they did a lot of their defense was great for starters. Like, they didn't leak a point. So the defense was when you put these good teams together, sometimes defense, it's a lot easier to work out your defensive structures because they pretty much all play the same systems. You slot in it, the offense is where it can lack. So a huge advantage for me for the Australian team is they've had a full game of actual. I know the Kiwis have an extra week of training, but they haven't had an actual game. For example, I heard a lot of people saying they thought Mr. Moses was awful. I don't think he was awful. He just looked like a bloke that hadn't played in 12 weeks, hadn't played with the blokes next to him. That's what he looked like to me. I'm not saying he was incredible or anything, but that's just what it looked like to me. He looked like a very good rugby league player who hadn't played in 13 weeks and was playing in a new team. That's what he looked like to me. Dearden to me looked like... I'm not super high on Dearden like a lot of other people are. Like, to me, like, offensively especially, like... I think there's a big reason why Drinkwater does a lot of their ball playing. Like, to me, like, in offense, like, Dearden's got to show and go. Like, I don't feel like he unlocked that left at all. I was watching the left pretty hard, very, very closely as well, because I had money on the left-hand side. I had the left-hand wing to score, so I was watching like a hawk. Like, and just watching the Cowboys over the last couple of years, like, he's a gun. Like, he covers every other thing, but he's not he's not close to a Cody Walker with the ball playing as a six. He doesn't offer a whole heap in attack other than, a show and go when the defense is tired. So not a ton of points here. Mitchell Moses being rusty as well, so I'm predicting a pretty low-ish scoring game. And just Tom Trbojevic in that centre role was just ball hogging, man. I reckon he could have set up a couple tries at least. He just sort of went himself. But they can be a lot better. They really can. I thought their forwards were okay, but they just really lacked that punch. Like, Paddy's not a prop. And Lindsay Collins, man. Lindsay, to me, he's just been getting manhandled, eh? Like, absolutely ragdoll manhandled. Ola got him. He got hit a few times, made no impact. And not only that, it was the same at club coming into the finals. He was getting poleaxed left, right, and center. I think Ola got him twice in the finals as well. Like, I love Lindsay because he does all that effort stuff that a prop doesn't have to do. But to me, I'd rather a prop do all the stuff he's supposed to do and hopefully does some of that other stuff as a bonus. Like, to me, he's not slapping in defence. He's making no inroads on offence. Yeah, there's not going to be a ton of go forward here against a really good forward pack. It's going to be tough for him, man. It really is. They've got a bit of firepower coming off the bench. Barnett, Ruben Cotter with the leg speed. But yeah, they really are missing a good lot of go forward. So they're bloody goddamn lucky Isaiah Yeo pretty much plays like a front rower. But yeah, I wasn't overly impressed, but it's still such a classy team. Like, onto the Kiwis. I love the team, just Keeney. It's going to be tough. There's not going to be... It's a big step up. Like, you're going from the NRL where line speed's a little slower. They're not trying to hit you every tackle into, it's going to be a set Australian wall, green and gold wall coming down, hit, drag, all that sort of stuff. Biggest... Where I'm taking my try scorers is I like Hammer on Hiku. Hiku to me was a Super League player about 3 years ago. I haven't rated him in a while. He's okay, but to me he was always... I always thought he had a pretty good career. I never rated him that highly. Spending that time in the Super League, then coming up, Hammer can score up against the best of them. He's going to be against Peter Hiku, who's been playing in the Super League. I love it. I love that. So, Hamaso to score, and I've also got Hamaso to score, both teams under 34 points. I just think we'll get I think the Kiwis might struggle to score a little bit just because it's a similar problem they had as the Aussies. First game, team thrown together, all that sort of stuff. And then the Aussies, I just don't think they've got points on their edges. Like, for example, Coates, Hamaso, Trbojevic and Lomax can all score, but can they get put in the right positions to score a lot of points? I don't think so. I do think they can, but I'm just not confident they are going to put on the 36 points. I just don't think they will. I just really don't. So as far as the game goes, as far as my tips goes, I do have Australia to win, just mostly because they've had a game, and it's a very good team. And another thing is, even though Australia's spine wasn't great in that last game, I do still rate the spine, not necessarily the team, but the spine better. Dearden, Moses, Dylan Edwards and Harry Grant versus CNK, who doesn't play there. Sean Johnson, who, let's be real, was pretty poor last year. This year, but last season. Keanu Kenny debuting. I don't know how many games deep he is, even in NRL. It's not a ton. And Phoenix Crossing, who I actually think's real handy. I love him, but to me, he's not rep player standard yet. He's a good NRL player. So that's where I think Australia gets them. I just think they'll be a little bit too classy in there. If the Kiwis are going to win, they're going to have to absolutely bend over Lindsay, bend over Paddy, really go to work, bully the Aussies, which I think they can do. I really do. I think it can happen. I am not writing the Kiwis off at all. In fact, a little part of me wants them to win it, even though I'm a proud Aussie, want the Aussies to win. I think it would make for a really good final. I just think it would make for a really good final. But, we got the 30-0 spanking, like they're going to come out. It's going to be close, man. I think the home crowd, all that sort of stuff, it's going to be buzzing. But like I said, I would not be surprised if the Kiwis get this. I just think that first game, it was a tough game. Like Tonga showed up to play. Like I was watching it with people, and they're not huge rugby league fans. And they were like, "Damn, like Tonga's good. They're playing good." I'm like, "I know." So like they actually did get tested. It wasn't like they were playing, a PNG team or something. No, they played a Tongan team that really showed up to play, and I think that'll probably get them over the line. It's just they've just not that little bit of glue, a little bit more adhesive. Adhesive, is that the right word? I don't know. A bit more together. A bit more adhesion and attack. But look, guys, I can't wait for this one. Where is the final being played, actually? Do we know? What's that? Actually, it's at a bloody Combank Stadium. That'll be massive. That would be really cool. Really, really cool. Tonga and the Kiwis next week. How good. So yeah, guys, got Australia to win. So I put the under 33.5 in both my things. So I've got Hamaso to score. Each team under 33.5 points. Australia to win under 33.5 points, guys. $2.30 and $3.25, guys. I'm pretty confident one of those will get up. Just really need both teams to score under 34 points, and I think we'll get it. I'd have to be pretty unlucky to miss. But yeah, guys, bring it on. Absolutely cannot wait. And let's go. Bring it on. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.